Today we are going to be looking at the console switch for a 2023 GMC Yukon. This is an SLT, however, this will pertain to quite a few different GMC vehicles. These are notorious for going bad. What ours is doing is the high beams will kick on even without touching the switch. So the vehicle can be sitting at night and just gravity holding down on that switch will kick on the high beams, come out in the morning to start it up, and the battery's as dead as it can get. Like, there's zero. The screen doesn't even come on. It's crazy. But that's just one of many issues these things can have. I paid about $30 for the switch, and it was another 15. It was like 28 for the switch and 15 for shipping. Altogether it was around $40, roughly 40, 42. But today we're going to change it out. I've never done one of these before, so we will figure it out together, and it can't be too hard. We'll figure out. Somebody wants to go for a ride. Looks like an 8mm. Let's see. Alright, so I got a Phillips, and I got a Common. That's all I came to the job with today. We're gonna see if these will get the job done. I can feel there's a couple holes underneath the console here. Kind of feels like a Phillips, but I'm not certain. So without getting my big butt down there and looking, I'm going to see if they fit like this. But my guess is I'll have to get my big butt down there and look. Yep. So let's see. Need a flashlight. Okay. So this happens about 100% of the time. I came out with just an 8. Doesn't fit. I didn't bring anything else. Now I got to go back in. Try again. Alright. I brought a 7 and a 6 this time, but I'm pretty confident it'll be a 7. The 8 was just slightly too big, but brought 2 just in case so I don't have to make multiple trips again. But that'll end up happening. Oh yeah, it's a 7. It seems like that's it. So that bottom screw may not have even needed to come out. I just pinched this in and it popped right up. Probably should have started there. You see how wobbly that is? The high beams are flashing. Now, looks like We have one clip on the top and one clip on the bottom. Take my screwdriver and push it down. Started coming out. So the other screws are behind the steering wheel. Tell me that there's no key, but it's in the door. There we go. It's dead. Won't start. So I can't really move. I can kind of move the steering wheel, I guess, by hand. But it would be cooler if the darn thing would start, so I could use power steering to turn. I'll take this bolt out, or screw, or whatever it is. Screw number 2 out. Oh yeah, now we got plenty of room. There we go. Now this thing here you pull out. There's a little red tab here. Pull that up. And then you can push in on that. There's a little black pin there. Push in on that while you pull away. That's it. Trash. Take your new one. And you'll never believe it. It's not the right one. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So they look like the same switch. The only thing that's different is this plug. It doesn't fit in this hole. However, it's so irritating. Outside of that, it's virtually the same exact switch. Let's see if there's any obvious damage inside of this switch. See if I can do it without destroying the switch. Sometimes they glue these, so taking it apart does completely destroy it. but it looks like this has a way to take it apart and see what's going on inside. Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll just be something simple. I doubt it, but we're gonna try. It doesn't want to move at all. Of course, that's going to be a star bet. I'll be right back. All right, so got the star bet, Torx bit, whatever you want to call it. This is a T15. It's really not the right size, but it's getting the job done. I think it's still a little big. That might be what was holding it in. I assume this was a lot shorter. Now what I hope doesn't happen is I take this off and springs go flying. That's usually my luck. But we will see. Okay, that's for the blinker assembly. Try to keep that intact. Okay. Not really sure what's going on there. So there's this little plastic thing. Huh. Oh, I see. Check this out. So there's a pin, that black pin sticking out right there. There's no black pin sticking out right there. So this whole white thing can move and jiggle where you don't want it to. So maybe we can pull the one out of this one. Now the easy thing to do would be return it and get one that fits, but I don't have time to wait for another week for it to get in, so here's what we're going to do. Since we got a new switch that's in good shape, my guess is it's completely the same. There's probably nothing different with the circuit board. Probably nothing different inside internal at all. They just made it a little different plug-in. Like the pins are the same. Same pin location, everything. The only difference is the plug won't go into the hole. My guess is they did that because this is probably used for, I don't know, a GMC Sierra, maybe. And they don't want them to interchange so they can make their money. That's my guess. I could be wrong, but that's usually how it happens. Okay. Just popping all these plastic pieces apart. It's like Legos, essentially. Now, that pops out, and check that out. There's a black pin on both sides. Where that white, oh yeah, it's nice and solid, doesn't do any moving. The part that'll be tricky though is this wire. So let's see, maybe we can pop that circuit board out now. Gotta figure out what the next puzzle piece is. Problem is I can't just pop this white plastic piece off because the part that's broke is this specifically. So I bet this switch will pop apart. It's starting to. I would just be slightly concerned about breaking something by doing that. So let's see if we can't do this side first. If it breaks, we'll go to plan. What plan are we on now? E. That'll be plan E. That's what we'll call it. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Ouch. I thought we were getting somewhere, maybe not. Cool. All right. Oops. Okay. So that's going to be tough. So what they did there was they put that wire through a small little slit and then soldered it. So now that small little slit needs cut. But we are going to cut it on both switches, but we're going to cut it in a way to where it'll go back together and be fine. So let me go grab something to cut it so I can slide that wire out. And the way that that is going to work, we'll just take this entire unit along with the circuit board, put that in our old switch, and we're going to put our old switch back in and hope that it works. Just as a disclaimer, when I ordered this switch, I punched in the year, make, model, all the above. That's the old one. And it said that this was the correct switch. Clearly, it's not. Only thing that is slightly concerning is if this is designed completely differently, which again, I highly doubt it. But if it is, that could be problematic. You're supposed to always cut away from yourself, but this is an awkward spot. Probably a better tool to do this than a razor blade, but we got it. Like that, we're separated. So what a goofball. It's actually a way easier way to do that. Just changing out that top plate, but it's too late. I've gone this far. Oh, what a goofball. So this plate's the problem. This hole is not the right hole, and as you can tell, it pops right off. I could have just popped the old one. Whatever. Anyway, we've made it this far. Hindsight, always 2020. All right. So I'm gonna be kicking myself in the butt on that for a while. All right. So let's do the same thing. So this is what I was talking about. I'm now going to pop this front piece off here. I could have taken this is the old one, but I could have just taken this old one and then got the new switch and just popped that in like that. Look, the pins line up and everything. It would have been the right way to go, but again, I'll try not to dwell on it too much. This guy, I like to try to keep it all intact. Cut this thing apart. There we go. That's out. So this is the old one. Don't want to mix it up with the new one. New one, we're gonna pop it in the slit we just cut. fat fingers aren't really making it easy on me. There we go. Put this in its hose there. Make sure we are using the right back plate, which is the bigger one. Pop that in. Click, click, click. Okay. Now we want that to go in there. It goes down in there. Ah, there we go. Looks good there. Everything looks good. I take this front piece. And it seems like it can be pushed towards either side. On startup, as I start pushing it in. Let's just push it in and see what happens. We'll do a test. Look at that. All right. So it's together. Seems pretty sturdy. All the pins seem to be holding up. Put a couple screws back in it. Screw it back together. All right, this job went way more in depth than I had anticipated, but at least we all got to learn something new. All right, so let's plug it in and see what happens. So I'm gonna plug it in, push the little red switch back down. The high beams are no longer kicking on for no reason. Haha! High beams are only kicking on when they're supposed to, when I pull the switch toward me and hold it. Let go, they go away. So that's a good sign. Let's pop this back in there. Clicked. Probably should put the pretty piece back on. Forgot that. Is that it? Oh, that's it. Cool. There's grease inside these switches that sticky. Oh. I'm gonna pick all that stuff up, trust me. All right, pop back together, we'll toss this last screw in. not gonna throw the screws in the driveway because I won't be able to find them until they're in a tire. Probably won't start, but we'll try. No, but on the plus side, I have a new battery sitting in the garage for my tractor. I will use that to jump it. So let's do that. All right, got a heavy duty battery here and a decent set of jumper cables. Paint in the behind. All right. So again, that happened with dead battery because the high beams were staying on. We've got all kinds of lights on now. Everything is on. Usually that happens when the battery dies. So I'll let it run. Every light is on. It's not letting me give it any gas. Let me do much of anything. That's not cool. Everything seems to be working. I'm kind of afraid to shut it off and turn it back on. For some reason the parking brake wasn't disengaging. It is now. It's letting me give it gas, that's good. Let's take it for a quick ride and see what happens. Alright, so I took it for a test ride. There were some warning lights from where the battery died. Blinkers work, headlights work, wipers, everything seems to be working all right. The lights went out, some of the warning lights went out. We do still have a check engine light. I'm sure that'll go out as well because again, all the warning lights came up just because the battery died. All warning lights are now gone except the check engine light, and after a few more miles that should go out as well. shouldn't have any more issues with the battery dying. I keep moving the seat. I think I'm hitting button with my button. Anyway, good stuff. Hopefully you guys learned something. If the part doesn't fit exact, you can make it fit.